Hello, my name is Curtis and welcome to my garage. So for this episode today, I'm going to show you how to build the Ruddy ornament. It takes 4 layers, 5 if you include cutting out the ornament itself. It'll take about 2 to 2.5 hours to build. Check out how to build it. I decided to use this 3/8 of an inch thick piece of bird's eye maple for the ornament, so I will just cut it out of something like that right there. The next thing I need to do is decide what materials do I want to use for the rest of the ornament. For instance, for his face and his ear, these 2 templates here, I decided I'm going to use this piece of old growth redwood. This tree was alive, by the way. This wood came from a tree that was alive when Columbus got off of his boat in the Bahamas. It's an amazing piece of wood. Has a cool story for a different day. The next thing I'm going to look at is his nose, and instead of using a yellow heart, I think I'm going to use this Lacewood here. For his antlers, I will use cocobolo, and then for his eye, this will be the outer portion, this will be his pupil, and then his ear and nose will be made out of red heart. Now that I have decided what materials I'm going to use to build the Ruddy ornament, it's time to figure out where am I going to take that material from. The first thing I want to do is decide which orientation or what orientation do I want to use to build the ornament out of. Do I want to go horizontal? Do I want to go vertical? And I think I kind of want to go vertically like that. So I'm going to just move my template around and find a place I like, and then I'm going to trace out the shape, and then I'm going to transfer my alignment marks to the base material. These alignment marks is what I will use to put each layer together on this ornament. Okay, and that's where the Ruddy comes from. Now I will just start figuring out where I'm going to take my other material from, and I'll just move the template around until I find a place I like. Okay, that's where I'll cut his face out of. And then I think I'll take the ear. One of the things I'm doing is checking out the grain pattern as I select my materials. It's kind of hard to see. Okay, if you can see right here, you see this grain pattern, how it has those little rings going up? I thought that would look really pretty cool inside the ear. That's why I chose that particular piece right there. So this piece is taken care of. Now the same thing with the ear. What I want to do is I want the grain pattern to kind of go vertically, because that would look more natural inside the ear. So I'm going to take a piece like right here, it has a pronounced grain pattern going right up through the middle. Okay, that takes care of this one. Need some antlers. By the way, you'll notice I'm also writing down what the piece number is. In this case, this is layer 4, piece 1. That way when I cut them out, I know where they go. Let's see, I need his eyeball. That would be this. So you may have noticed that I just marked orientation up. So this way, when I cut this piece out, I'll see this arrow here, I'll see this arrow here, and I will know how this particular piece fits into the void. For his eye, I don't want much grain at all, so I'm going to take this piece right here. And once again, you'll notice I am putting an up arrow so I can orient this piece into the void after I get it all cut out. And the last piece I need to mark is my lacewood, and because it's pretty much the same grain pattern everywhere, it doesn't really matter where I take it from, it's just cut it out. Okay, now that everything is marked, it's time to prepare my inlay materials, tape them to some backing boards, and start cutting out the inlays.